Now we'll look at creating a basic motion tween. If you're following along, I'm in o2_basic_tween.fla in the Chapter 7 folder in the Exercise Files folder. In this file, we have one layer called ball. On the ball layer, there's an instance of a symbol named GFC ball. The GFC ball is just a simple ball graphic. It's just a circle with a gradient. What we're going to do in this movie is make the ball bounce. So let's create this animation. Just like a shape tween, a motion tween needs to be created using keyframes. And again, keyframes are where you, the Flash designer, specify how the art should look on a particular frame. So let's go to frame 10 in the ball layer, select it, press F6 on your keyboard to create a keyframe. What I'm going to do now is select 19 of the ball layer, and then press F6 on my keyboard again to create another keyframe. So now I have keyframes at frames 1, 10, and 19. The reason why I created the keyframes before I even changed the art is because I want the ball to bounce down and come back up. The spot where I want the ball to come back up is the same place where the ball started. Now if I move the ball down on frame 10, I'll have all the keyframes I need set up. So let's go to frame 10, select the ball on the stage, and drag it down. You can hold Shift on your keyboard if you'd like the ball to stay at the same horizontal position. Going to place the ball at the bottom of the stage. And now it's time to create the motion tweens. There are two different ways to create a motion tween. The first way is to click in between two keyframes. What I'm doing is clicking on frame 5 of the ball layer, in between the keyframe at frame 1 and the keyframe at frame 10. In the Property Inspector, just like we created a shape tween, we can create a motion tween. In the Tween Type dropdown, choose Motion. Flash makes the ball animate. Notice how the Property Inspector is updated as well. We'll talk more about the options in the Property Inspector later on. For now, let's look at the other way to create a motion tween. Select any frame in between frame 10 and frame 19 of the ball layer. And then, right-click or control-click on the Mac on that frame, and the first item in that menu is Create Motion Tween. You'll also notice Create Shape Tween. So you can create a shape tween in this way as well. Let's choose Create Motion Tween. Notice that for both of these motion tweens, Flash drew an arrow, and it may be a little bit hard to see, but there's sort of a blue-purple background for the frames that have a motion tween applied. Test the movie by pressing Command-Return on the Mac or Control-Enter on the PC. And the ball bounces up and down. Nice, let's close this window. And there you have it. You've successfully created your first motion tween.